The Ingenuity helicopter, which belongs to NASA, has been operating on Mars for close to 2 years at this point, and it continues to set new records. On its most recent mission to the Red Planet, which took place just recently on Sunday, April 2, Ingenuity reached speeds and altitudes that were previously unachievable for it. According to the flight log for the mission, the 4-pound helicopter reached a top speed of 14.5 miles per hour and a maximum altitude of 52.5 feet on Sunday. The log for the mission can be found here. Previously, the record stood at 13.4 miles per hour and 46 feet respectively. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to never miss anything about the secrets and discoveries in the universe. In February of 2021, the Ingenuity lander successfully landed alongside NASA's Perseverance rover on the floor of Jezero crater on Mars. On April 19 of that year, the Ingenuity spacecraft successfully completed its first flight to Mars, which consisted of a 39-second hover during which it did not travel any horizontal distance. The little helicopter successfully completed its primary mission of demonstrating the viability of powered aerial exploration on Mars despite the tenuousness of the red planet's atmosphere by completing 4 more flights over the course of the subsequent few weeks. This mission's objective was to demonstrate that it is possible to conduct such exploration despite the thinness of the atmosphere on Mars. After that, the Ingenuity simply continued to fly on an extended mission during which it is acting as a scout for the Perseverance, which is searching for life and collecting samples at the same time. Ingenuity's most recent flight, which took place on Sunday, was the company's 49th overall, and Flight 50 is most likely right around the corner. According to the flight log, Ingenuity has been in the air for a combined total of 86.7 minutes across its 49 Mars flights to this point, and has traveled a distance of 6.974 miles across the surface of the red planet. The odometer on the Perseverance, on the other hand, shows that it has traveled 10.67 miles as of the moment. The fact that the ancient Jezero crater, which is 45 kilometers long and 28 kilometers wide, was once home to a lake and a river delta is the primary reason why NASA chose this particular impact site for the Perseverance mission. The rover is currently collecting dozens of samples that will be brought back to Earth by a campaign that is being conducted jointly by NASA and the European Space Agency as soon as 2033. What is Ingenuity? Together with the Perseverance rover, the tiny solar-powered helicopter known as Ingenuity touched down on the surface of Mars on February 18, 2021. It accomplished the first powered extraterrestrial flight in human history on April 19 of that same year, thereby writing a new chapter in the annals of human achievement. In the course of that flight, it hovered and landed in the same location for a total flight time of 39.1 seconds, thereby making history. What makes Ingenuity's past performances so remarkable? Remember that Mars is currently over more than 225 million kilometers away from Earth at this time. Even though these distances may seem relatively close to us here on Earth, we are actually living more than 225 million kilometers away from Mars. Due to the great distance that separates the two planets, it can take anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes for a signal to travel from one planet to the other. In addition to this signal delay, Ingenuity must also endure the severe environmental conditions that exist on Mars. Due to the low atmospheric density on the planet, the Ingenuity must exert significantly more effort in order to fly than helicopters do here on Earth. Additionally, it has been forced to endure continent-sized dust storms and other Martian hazards in the past. When did Ingenuity's extended mission begin? Because the helicopter was in such good shape, NASA decided to push back the start date of the mission to March 2022. The crew of the Perseverance are continuing to benefit from Ingenuity's assistance with geologic scouting and route planning. What is Ingenuity doing at this very moment? How long will it be before Ingenuity is obsolete? Now, Ingenuity must contend with the most difficult obstacle it has ever encountered, enduring the Martian winter. Both the Perseverance and the Ingenuity landed on Mars during the planet's springtime, which is characterized by longer days and higher temperatures in the northern hemisphere of the red planet. The Martian winter is characterized by its low temperatures and extended nighttime hours. The solar-powered Ingenuity, in contrast to the nuclear-powered Perseverance, requires a significant amount of sunlight each day in order to charge its batteries and power the heaters that keep its electronics at a comfortable temperature. Because of the shorter days and the increased amount of dust in the air, the battery power in the helicopter is not being replenished quickly enough. Since Ingenuity now powers down at night, its sensitive electronic components are left out in the cold, which can reach temperatures as low as -80 degrees Celsius. The electronic components were not intended to function properly in temperatures this frigid. To this point, the winter has caused a number of issues, including the deactivation of a sensor, the reset of a mission clock every night, and even a momentary breakdown in communications. How inventiveness can get you places on Mars. It can take anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes for a signal to travel from Earth to Mars, depending on the relative positions of the two planets. Because of this, the NASA JPL pilots who operate the Ingenuity can't just use a joystick to control it. In addition, the antenna aboard the Ingenuity is not powerful enough to enable direct communication with the planet Earth. It is required that all of its communications with Earth be relayed through a base station that has been installed aboard Perseverance, and the communications of Perseverance must be relayed through an orbiter that is circling Mars. Each flight is planned by the pilots, who then communicate their instructions to Perseverance, who then passes them along to Ingenuity. After that, Ingenuity will need to finish the flight by itself using its own autonomy. Using information gathered from its cameras, a laser rangefinder, and an inertial measuring unit, the helicopter is able to determine both where it is and where it is going while it is in flight. During each flight, images and data are transmitted back to Earth using the Perseverance system. The information that can be gleaned from Ingenuity's stunning images is extremely useful for engineering. In addition to this, they are utilized to pique the public's interest in space exploration. Each flight is recorded in a specialized logbook for the pilot that is handwritten, much like the logbooks that pilots on Earth use. Who or what inspired the name Ingenuity? A high school student from Northport, Alabama, named Vanessa Rupani, won a contest held by NASA to come up with a name for the helicopter. The ingenuity and brilliance of people working hard to overcome the challenges of interplanetary travel are what allow us all to experience the wonders of space exploration, she wrote. These are the people who allow us to experience the wonders of space exploration. NASA honored the science fiction writer Octavia E. Butler by naming the location where the Perseverance rover touched down on Mars after her. In addition to this, the field where the Ingenuity made its maiden voyage was given the name Wright Brothers Field, in honor of the two brothers who were responsible for the first airplane flight in 1903. Additionally, Ingenuity is equipped with a small fragment of the original Wright Brothers Flyer 1's fabric. How much does it cost to use Ingenuity? The construction of Ingenuity incurred costs of $80 million, and an additional $5 million was put aside for operating expenses during the initial one-month mission. That is a very small portion of the $2.7 billion that has been spent on the Perseverance mission through the first 2 years of its operational phase. The value of incorporating low-cost technology demonstration projects into larger missions is illustrated by the Ingenuity shown here. Even though it was not part of the science objectives for the Perseverance mission, the helicopter has exceeded expectations and is continuing to demonstrate its worth by providing assistance to the mission team for the rover. The challenge for the little chopper. The Mars helicopter, a billion-dollar piece of technology, is not immune to the harsh and unpredictable weather conditions that characterize Mars. One of the most significant challenges faced by the Mars helicopter is the heavy sandstorms that frequently sweep across the Martian landscape. Heavy sandstorms on Mars. Mars is notorious for its dust storms, which range from small whirlwinds to planet-wide phenomena. These storms are caused by the planet's thin atmosphere and the availability of fine dust particles on the surface. The sandstorms on Mars can last for days or even months, and they can be particularly problematic for the Mars helicopter. The Mars helicopter is an incredibly delicate and complex piece of technology designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the Martian surface. However, the heavy sandstorms can wreak havoc on its delicate components. For instance, the strong winds can cause the helicopter to lose control during flight, leading to potential crashes or damage to the vehicle. Additionally, the sand particles can infiltrate the helicopter's moving parts and electrical systems, causing wear, tear, and malfunctions. The helicopter's rotors are particularly vulnerable to the abrasive nature of Martian dust. This dust can erode the rotor blades over time, reducing their efficiency and ultimately the helicopter's ability to generate lift. Furthermore, sandstorms can interfere with the helicopter's navigation and communication systems, causing delays or even complete loss of contact with the mission control on Earth. Mars harsh weather conditions. In addition to heavy sandstorms, the Mars helicopter must contend with other harsh weather conditions that make its mission all the more challenging. Some of the most notable weather conditions on Mars include extreme temperature fluctuations. Mars experiences significant temperature variations, with daytime highs reaching up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit and plummeting to lows of -225 degrees Fahrenheit at night. These extreme temperature fluctuations can lead to thermal stress on the helicopter's components, causing them to expand and contract. This continual expansion and contraction can result in fatigue and material failure over time. Low atmospheric pressure. Mars's atmosphere is roughly 100 times thinner than Earth's, which presents a unique challenge for the Mars helicopter. The thin atmosphere reduces the amount of lift the helicopter can generate, forcing it to rely on larger rotor blades and a lighter overall design to achieve flight. However, this lighter design also makes the helicopter more vulnerable to damage from sandstorms and other environmental factors. High levels of radiation. Mars lacks a global magnetic field, and its atmosphere is not sufficient to protect the surface from harmful solar radiation. Consequently, the Mars helicopter's electronics and other sensitive components are exposed to high levels of radiation that can cause degradation and malfunction over time. The Mars helicopter, an innovative and expensive piece of technology, faces numerous difficulties due to the heavy sandstorms and other harsh weather conditions on Mars. These challenges have significant implications for the helicopter's longevity and overall mission success. However, these obstacles also present opportunities for scientists and engineers to develop innovative solutions and technologies to improve our understanding and exploration of the Red Planet. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe for more space content. See you next time!